89 Elbert Hubbard quotes for your life wisdom. A friend is someone who knows all about you and still loves you. God will not look you over for medals, degrees or diplomas but for scars. To avoid criticism, say nothing, do nothing, be nothing. Every man is a damn fool for at least 5 minutes every day. Wisdom consists in not exceeding the limit. He who does not understand your silence will probably not understand your words. Do not take life too seriously. You will never get out of it alive. Never explain. Your friends do not need it and your enemies will not believe you anyway. The greatest mistake you can make in life is to be continually fearing you will make one. There is no failure except in no longer trying. It does not take much strength to do things, but it requires a great deal of strength to decide what to do. The object of teaching a child is to enable him to get along without a teacher. The love we give away is the only love we keep. If men could only know each other, they would neither idolize nor hate. I would rather be able to appreciate things I cannot have than to have things I am not able to appreciate. The best way to prepare for life is to begin to live. No man needs a vacation so much as the man who has just had one. I do not read a book, I hold a conversation with the author. The final proof of greatness lies in being able to endure criticism without resentment. Happiness is a habit, cultivate it. True life lies in laughter, love and work. Genius may have its limitations, but stupidity is not thus handicapped. The line between failure and success is so fine that we are often on the line and do not know it. Art is not a thing, it is a way. Folks who never do any more than they get paid for, never get paid for any more than they do. This will never be a civilized country until we expend more money for books than we do for chewing gum. One machine can do the work of 50 ordinary men. No machine can do the work of one extraordinary man. So long as governments set the example of killing their enemies, private individuals will occasionally kill theirs. There is only one way to avoid criticism: do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. The recipe for perpetual ignorance is, be satisfied with your opinions and content with your knowledge. If put to the pinch, an ounce of loyalty is worth a pound of cleverness. If you cannot answer a man's argument, all is not lost, you can still call him vile names. It is easy to get everything you want, provided you first learn to do without the things you cannot get. Constant effort and frequent mistakes are the stepping stones to genius. We awaken in others the same attitude of mind we hold toward them. The supernatural is the natural not yet understood. Many a man's reputation would not know his character if they met on the street. A conservative is a man who is too cowardly to fight and too fat to run. Men are punished by their sins, not for them. Laughter is higher than all pain. The stronger a man is, the more gentle he can afford to be. Responsibility is the price of freedom. It's a fine thing to have ability, but the ability to discover ability in others is the true test. A retentive memory may be a good thing, but the ability to forget is the true token of greatness. Nothing is permanent but change. Football, a sport that bears the same relation to education that bullfighting does to agriculture. Men are only as great as they are kind. We work to become, not to acquire. We are punished by our sins, not for them. Every saint has a bee in his halo. Little minds are interested in the extraordinary, great minds in the commonplace. A failure is a man who has blundered but is not able to cash in on the experience. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. There is more sophistication and less sense in New York than anywhere else on the globe. Cultivate only the habits that you are willing should master you. The teacher is the one who gets the most out of the lessons, and the true teacher is the learner. Nature, the unseen intelligence which loved us into being, and is disposing of us by the same token. No one gets very far unless he accomplishes the impossible at least once a day. Opportunities for education should be within the reach of every individual, not for the lucky few. The happiness of this life depends less on what befalls you than the way in which you take it. friendship, like credit, is highest when it is not used. We are gods in the chrysalis. Positive anything is better than negative nothing. Heaven, the Coney Island of the Christian imagination. Live truth instead of professing it. The graveyards are full of people the world could not do without. The message of wisdom is to know that rest is rust, and that real life is to love, laugh, and work. In these days, a man who says a thing cannot be done, quite apt to be interrupted by some idiot doing it. Responsibilities gravitate to the person who can shoulder them. A school should not be a preparation for life. A school should be life. If we cannot be happy and powerful and prey on others, we invent conscience and prey on ourselves. Who does not understand your silence will probably not understand your words. Do not take life too seriously. You will never get out of it alive. You gain by giving, so give sympathy and cheerful loyalty to the institution. Be proud of it. Genius is often only the power of making continuous efforts. The trouble with many married people is that they are trying to get more out of marriage than there is in it. A friend is one who knows you and loves you just the same. Do your work with your whole heart, and you will succeed. There's so little competition. Don't take life seriously, you'll never get out of it alive. Do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing, and you'll never be criticized. Sahabat yang baik seperti bintang, kamu tidak selalu melihatnya, tapi kamu tahu mereka selalu ada di sana. Work to become, not to acquire. Aptitude supple antiguidad. No se tome la vida demasiado en serio, nunca saldrá usted vivo de ella. Never explain, your friends do not need it and your enemies will not believe you anyway. Kesalahan terbesar yang bisa anda lakukan adalah terus menerus takut membuat kesalahan. Sirang berjalan dengan cepat sendirian, tapi dua orang bisa berjalan bersama menuju kemenangan. The best service a book can render you is not to impart truth, but to make you think it out for yourself. The ineffable joy of forgiving and being forgiven forms an ecstasy that might well arouse the envy of the gods. A friend is one who knows you and loves you just the same.